All right, y'all. So I have an interesting case for y'all today. Something you're going to find fascinating because I think it explains a lot of different sightings that happen in the UFO community, right? Because today we're going to cover 3 different posts, okay, that have to do with the same event. So let's start with post number 1. This post was made, right, about a person seeing something quite extraordinary on a cruise ship, right, out in Iceland. Right? And they posted this picture. And at first glance, you think, what am I looking at? I don't see anything. Well, take a closer look. You can see right here that's outlined. There is a triangle formation of lights, right? It's kind of faint, but you can see it there. And I admit, at first glance, this is interesting. What is this? So this guy who is on this cruise ship, right, who posts his first picture, later comes back and makes another post because, look, he did some investigating, right, and put out in a Facebook group and a WhatsApp chat that was actually on the cruise ship, right, looking for more pictures, right, more people on the boat. Have they seen more pictures? I mean, that seems like the right thing to do and seems pretty logical, right, and I'm glad this person did that, right, so they're reaching out, hey, what else have you seen? And then he gets a picture, private message to him, right, from allegedly another passenger on board the ship, taken from the same day, allegedly, right, when he saw this. Now, granted, all of these pictures and everything I'm going to show you today is taken after the fact, right, or is posted after the fact. So he's not on board the cruise ship while he's making these posts, if that makes sense, right? So regardless, pretty interesting. So here's post number 2. And as you can see, it's kind of the same triangular formation, right, which I've pointed out here. And I admit, this is interesting. What is happening here? Seems like they're outside, right, so there's no reflection, but you do have a camera reflection that you do have to worry about, right? The camera itself has a lens and a piece of glass, and if you have a protector over that, that is another piece of glass that can cause reflections. So I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm just saying that's interesting. Now, something that's also interesting and maybe just a little crack in the armor starting to appear in this story is that someone points out on Reddit here that in that picture, it kind of looks like this boat is at sea, right? Or at least moving. But, you know, because of the whitewash that you see at the bottom of the picture, right? Now, some people, you know, might argue, well, that just happens when a boat is docked because, you see, according to the original poster, this event occurred on a port day, meaning they're at port. They are docked. They are not moving. So I don't know. You know, could be something there. Could be more context that's needed for sure. You know, with these 2 posts alone, you think this is fascinating, right? People have seen many things like this. In fact, it very much brings back memories of like the Phoenix Lights, to be honest with you, right? And there's a lot of triangular formation craft with these same sort of lights, right, like this. But where this story starts to fall apart is in the 3rd post. So let me play it for you because it's actually a video, not a photo. And you think, oh, video. Okay, let's go, y'all. Right? Let's take a look. Now, at first glance, you think, what is this? I don't see any triangular formation. Well, this person sent the video in because of this flash that happened, like with it, right? Like, oh, you know, what is this? I don't know. There was a flash and, you know, something might have happened. And at first glance, you think, okay, was that lightning or something? But take a closer look because as some people pointed out on Reddit, and as I noticed myself as well, something is up with the video. Now, I've zoomed it in to the bottom near where the whitewash is, right, where the water meets with the boat itself, and that creates whitewash, right? Just pay attention to that part in the flash and see if you notice anything. Then we're going to take a look at it in slow motion. Pay attention. Now, you may or may not have noticed what I noticed, right? Did you pay attention to the whitewash and how it changed, right? It does look like it's a couple of videos stitched together, right? Which, let's take a closer look and see if we see that. Now, I played it twice for you so you could really make sure to see if you saw that, right? And, in my opinion, it's pretty obvious, if you ask me. So, and then you have to beg the question, what is going on, right? Why are people lying to this guy, right? And sending him stuff like this and baiting him? Or is he part of that, right? Like, what is going on? And that's what makes it so hard to trust the things that you see online, because it takes a closer look, really, paying attention or reading through the comments and finding out what people notice, right? A lot of deep diving just to find out if one picture that a guy put up is real, or a photo or a video or something, right? It becomes so hard for you and I as regular people just looking into this to find out what is real, right? And this idea that we're not allowed to debunk or be skeptical about this stuff. Well, here's a perfect example of why we should be and why we have to be. It's not our fault. People are hoaxing. People are putting up fake stuff. People are stitching videos together, posting them up, knowing that people in the UFO community will just eat it up. And then on top of that, people in the UFO community will put you down for questioning anything or trying to find the truth in something, right? And it just seems very dubious, right? Seems very, very dubious. And I'm just confused, right? It just becomes so hard to trust this stuff. So look, subscribe to the channel. This is what I do, right? And this is the direction I want to move heading forward with this channel, if I haven't already been doing that, right? We really need to weed out all the BS from this, because I do want to focus on compelling pictures, videos, photos, things that will just make you go, what the is that, right? Because there's so much out there that is compelling, but we have to weed out videos and photos and pictures and stuff like this. Now, granted, the first post of the original guy, that could be true, right? And then from there on, he's just being sent stuff that has nothing to do with it, right? But it's too hard to tell. It's too hard to find the connections because everybody's anonymous. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not here to preach to y'all. You guys make up your own mind. That's the whole point. Think for yourself. Make up your own mind. I'm not here to tell you what to think. Definitely just make up your own mind. So again, thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. I've got a deep dive of some other stuff that you're going to find quite fascinating, because there is a photo going around of one of these drones in the UK, right? You've heard of all these drone swarms. Well, there's a really interesting pictures of a drone, and we found some interesting things about it. So I'll share that tomorrow. It's part of a whole deep dive that I did. So look forward to that. We'll see you guys tomorrow, y'all. Remember, Vetters, every day's a gift. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me